those of you who don't know, I'm John Johnson. I am the very privileged athletic director of this school, and certainly privileged to introduce these athletes today and try to make a very important day for them as special as possible. You know, one of the things when you have young people like this to get a chance to sign their letter of intent, seeing these athletes, seeing where they were when they were freshmen to where they are now, is always something I just have to talk about. Certainly for those of you that aspire to do the same thing, to aspire to be up here, being able to sign your letter of intent, to pursue your passions at the next level. Because one of the things you have to understand is it just doesn't happen. It's not like somebody walks in and says, hey, look, you're going to play college football. Or, hey, look, you're going to wrestle in college. It doesn't happen that way. It happens because you have a group of young people that decide they're going to be coached, they're going to prepare, they're going to do the things necessary to set themselves apart from all the others who would like to be in the same position. And so for those of you that aspire to do that, please understand they don't sit up here because they were anointed to be up here. They have earned this spot. And there's a lot of athletes that coaches can look at in any sport out there to offer scholarships to. And probably for every athlete up here, there's a number that didn't get the scholarship that they wanted. So understand, this is the culmination of a lot of hard work. And the other thing is, it's the beginning of a lot more hard work. And part of that is, one of the unique things about sitting here signing is that they're going to go and enter a very unique college experience. Being a member of a team is, in college, where you get to travel together, you get to play together, you get to be on TV, all that stuff is very, very important, and they're going to have a very unique college experience, and I'm real pleased about that. So, for these young guys up here, it doesn't happen by themselves. I want to congratulate the parents and the grandparents. My guess is you put a ton of miles on your car over the years, went through a lot of different tires, helping your child get to where they want to be. So my congratulations to the parents and certainly the grandparents and family. So we want to give you guys a hand. And additionally, nobody makes it up here without being coached by very dedicated coaches. You know, it's always interesting to see the level of commitment our coaches make on behalf of our athletes. It's a labor of love. It's a huge, huge commitment and dedication. And I have the privilege of being able to converse with those coaches and actually sharing their frustration when they know athletes can do better, but sharing the pure joy when those athletes perform the way their coaches perform. The light comes on and they realize, man, this is really cool. So I would like at this point for the coaches to talk about the athletes for a minute, and we'll start with Liam. Liam is going to go to Benedictine College to wrestle.
You know, last year I got to start with my head coach position here at South, and I had one senior last year, so I kind of, you know, I had some good senior leadership there, but I immediately started leaning on some of my juniors to step up to the plate, and Liam's done a great job of that. All through his career, all as long as I've known him, I've never heard anybody say a bad thing about Liam, and there's not much material there if you were. The first time that Liam made a varsity spot was right before our Johnson County Classic tournament last year, and for those of you that don't know, it's a meat grind of a tournament, and it can be something that can kind of shake you mentally. But Liam's this kind of guy. He's tough mentally and physically. He just keeps getting back up, and I mean it definitely shows in the wrestling room. He's a great leader. Somebody we're going to for sure miss from the coaching perspective. I mean, he's just a great leader by example. He's not a flashy guy that talks about himself. He's super humble, but he gets work done, and he doesn't complain or ask questions why we're doing it. He just he just hammers down and gets it done. And I think that wherever he goes, whether to Benedictine or work whereafter, they'll be lucky to have him just because he's such a coachable kid, and he's respectful. I just couldn't honestly ask for hardly a better student athlete to have other than Liam. Sometimes it's hard, especially in the sport of wrestling. It's hard to kind of see and feel what's going on in a match. You're trying to coach them up as best you can. It's really nice whenever you know that the kids are coachable kids. You can see Liam respond all the time to it. I think it's helped him a lot. But mostly what's been his the biggest thing for Liam is he's just an incredibly hard worker. In the wrestling room, day in and out, I tell my kids, everybody works hard when it's game day, but it takes someone a little bit tougher to work hard every single day in practice. Liam's an excellent example of how you work and practice and drill and compete. Whenever the third period rolls around, I always tell my coaches, whoever I'm with, I say, if we get to the third period, I'm feeling real confident. Liam's the kind of guy that he's still got lots of gas left. When everyone else is at the very bottom of E, Liam's ready to take advantage of it. He can taste the blood in the water. It's just been a great experience working with Liam. His leadership's really been something I've been proud of. So.
Parrish University, Parrish Bruce going to Coffeyville Community College, Trey Smith going to Baker, Myles Tuttle going to Baker, Zach Nair going to Baker. A lot of Baker in here. Where's Mr. Page? He's a Baker alum. So anyway, Coach Overzand, you got to coach all these guys. Let us know about these guys.
Yeah, wow, it's been an awesome thing to see all these guys. This is probably the most guys that we've seen football-wise sign in a lot of years. I think we're at 6 guys, and we possibly can be about a couple more guys. But like Coach Mr. Johnson was saying, all these guys put in the hard work, and it takes a lot to get to the spot that these guys are at, the mentality that they have, and the drive that they've got to have. But just right off the bat, Parrish, 2-time Sunflower League guy. This year he's the second team all-league guy for us. Myles Tuttle, all-league, this guy's actually a 2-time league guy for us this year. All these guys, all 5 of these guys, all letter all 3 years for the program. They've been in it since the beginning. And I just want to kind of read something here in general for all these guys. But Raider football program, I'd like to congratulate all these guys on behalf of our coaching staff and everybody. I can't say enough about these young men. They've been through this team from the beginning. They've helped mold this program, and this is all of them. And it's neat to see because the mentality of all these guys is very similar to everybody. They helped develop this program, work ethic, the toughness, and the accountability this program prides itself on. These guys have played with each other since grade school. They've had a vision. They put in the work both on and off the field, like we talked about before. It's an unbelievable stint to be here and be able to sign the deal and get paid to go to school and play the game that you love. So some people don't understand that, but it's something to be up here. Now they get to live out a dream of theirs to play at the next level and get a quality education at the same time. The neat thing about this is I'm familiar with a lot of these programs. I know Friends University, they're on the rise right now. They started winning some games towards the end of the season, and they're developing their program. It's going to be a strong program down the road. Coffeyville, I'm real familiar with this Coffeyville program, the Ville, because I spent some time down there a couple of years before I moved on from Coffeyville. It's a great school with an unbelievable tradition there. The unbelievable. The JUCO League, it's tough to find a better competition in that league. And then I'm really familiar with Baker because one of my best friends is their head coach down there. And Coach Page, and there's been numerous of players that have signed that I'm very familiar with. you've got a ton of kids that I know down there right now that are very familiar with it. And their program is unbelievable. It's one of the best premier teams in the NAIA. So these guys are going to have a lot of work to put in to keep that tradition going in all the schools that they're going. All the schools are going to. And Benedictine with Liam, a big congratulations to him, man. I'm so proud of him from all the stuff that he's, all these guys have came up through and done a tremendous job. But I just want to say thank you guys for everything that you've done for this program and continuing on. And like I said, in developing and integrating that toughness and accountability into this program. And so you guys are very well be missed, and hopefully that stuff is rubbed off on those players below you, like I know it has. So I want to just say congratulations to you guys.
And I know that this group is going to go to other parts to continue their careers. None of this group is going to be wearing green and gold, but they'll always check scores on Saturday morning. Whenever they're checking, the first thing they're going to do, if they're still not following me on Twitter, is to find out, did South win? It doesn't matter. From now until the next 50 years, they will do that. So in spite of the fact that they're going to go to these colleges and they'll feel the same about the colleges, they're always going to be Raiders. And that's the most significant thing. Being a Raider is a huge source of pride in this community, and they're going to take that banner and take it well as they go into the future. All right, so now they get to sign their letters of intent. Once they do that, I think there's some cookies here. Is there any cookies here? Yeah, don't kill them all in one walkthrough, guys. There's some cookies here, but then you can come up and take pictures. You can get in front of the other 20 kids here. But let's go ahead and watch what they're here for. Go ahead and sign your letter of intent, guys. Yeah.